Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, it's starting now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
start.
sir.
Let's start.
Okay, sir. Hi, I'm Samantha, one of the registered nurse. I'm working here. Today I'm taking care of your daughter. So before we start conversation, could you please let me know how I can address you?
You can call me Steve.
Okay, Mr. Steve, your daughter is admitted for the seizures. So is it correct, that one?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay, so anyway, she's going to be discharged later part today. So before discharge, we're going to give the medications and discharge instructions. Then how you can take care your daughter at home. Then if she will be getting another episode of seizures, then how you will be take caring to her. We're going to explain. But if in meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can clarify with me.
Okay, no worries. I'm just wondering what is epilepsy and what causes epilepsy?
Okay, so epilepsy is the we called as a disruption of the electrochemical brain activity, but usual symptoms is like muscle jerking. Sometimes have they feel tiredness and they have the incontinence, which is they cannot control the urine. These are all the general symptoms, but why this epilepsy is coming is actually it's like unknown. But sometimes it will be coming by hereditary also. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned about my daughter because she may have another convulsive seizure. And if that occurs, I don't know what I have to do and what I shouldn't do.
Okay, so no worries, you no need to worry about that one. I will explain step by step. So if she will be getting the convulsions again, then first thing you have to remove all the sharp objects to from within the surroundings. Then you will put in her in a proper safe place. Then you don't put any objectives in her mouth, and nearer also you should be take it out because it will be make to injure herself. So
Okay.
then same time you will check her breathing, how she's taking. Then next step is how much time the um, seizure is she's having. So if you will observe these all the things, then next time you after that you can slowly call the ambulance, then you will send to the hospital.
Okay.
Then
So what I should do if my daughter appears disoriented or begins, behaving strangely?
behaving strangely, usually epilepsy, the starting symptoms is usually what I said, like a muscle jerking and tiredness, then involuntary movements. But what I know it's, they won't be disoriented very fast. But even though if disoriented, you don't to be more anxious. You should calm and you try to pacify her. Then in meanwhile you try to call the ambulance, then we will immediately send her to the hospital.
Okay. All right. But I mean, the thing is that I'm really confused, on when I should call the ambulance and when I should not. Yeah, would you be able to, give me the differences between them?
Okay, then usually before discharge, doctors already prescribing the medications. You have to make sure the medications is correctly. Then if she happen to get the seizures is very often, and like very frequent. For example, today she morning 8 o'clock she got the seizures. Then morning she already taken before that medication. Then after taking medication, how many times she's having the seizures. If she get more often, I think you then at the same time you check how many minutes the seizures is episode is happening. So from there you can decide whether you can send to the hospital. But my
Okay.
advice is try to um, try to send to the hospital at least, then doctor will assess, then they will decide whether to next time if she get this episode, whether to bring to the hospital or not.
Are these episodes going to be fatal?
She's already on medication, so it won't to be go to that fatal condition. So we are giving the medication to prevent these fatal conditions.
Okay. So what are the other support services do you provide?
Yeah, definitely. This is very good question. So this epilepsy foundations, because many children is suffering from the epilepsy since childhood. So so our government is maintaining some epilepsy foundations to I will give these contacts to you, so you can contact with them, so they will share their experiences to you. Then at least you have a basic idea how to avoid the fatal condition, and what is the safety precautions we have to take, and how to calm down ourselves while she's getting the epilepsy. So these foundations is helpful in this way. So definitely I will give these all the foundation contacts to you.
Okay, thank you.
So I will however I'm going to explain one more thing is everything. So is it okay for you?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, so epilepsy is the usually like a disruption of the electrochemical brain activity. So you have to basically observe the symptoms is muscle jerking and sometimes post seizure tiredness and incontinence. So you no need to worry about the why she's having incontinence. Then next time, so you make sure lie down on her one side and remove all the harmful objects, and don't put nearer to her mouth any sharp objects. Then as well as you have to check her breathing pattern also. Then after that you have to call the ambulance, and from there doctor will assess and do the remaining follow-up thing. Then lastly I will give the epilepsy foundation's contact numbers. You will contact and get to know each other, then it will very helpful to you and your daughter also.
Okay,
Is
no
it
worries.
okay? Yeah,
Yeah, that's all
thank
right.
you. Okay, thank you.
I think I need to share the screen with you. Otherwise, I'm not pretty sure whether you can listen to me, listen to the audio.
I didn't, sir.
I think you. I think I need to share the screen with you. Okay. Otherwise, you can't, hear the audio here. All
Okay,
right.
sir.
Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Let's go through the feedback now.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the mistakes here,
Okay, sir.
and I'll share them with you. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, it's starting now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
start. Let's start. So, are you guys able to hear the recording?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Samantha.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so you can
Yes,
hear
sir.
that, right?
Yes,
I have
yes,
just
sir.
placed it, passed it now. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll go through them one by one.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Hi, I'm Samantha, one of the registered nurse. I'm working here. Today I'm taking care of your daughter.
Okay, let's say I am one of the registered nurse, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This is incorrect. You have to say I am one of the
One of
registered nurses.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Otherwise, if you are not comfortable with this one, you can use maybe like this. I am one of the nurses. Okay. Or
Okay.
you can even say I am a nurse. I am a registered nurse
Okay.
working here in this hospital. So you can use any of them, but what I want you to do is to use grammatically correct sentences. That's it. Very simple.
Okay,
So
sir.
it's up to you. You can choose either the first one or the second one or the third one. It's up to you. But please do
Okay.
not commit any grammatical mistakes. Please don't do that.
Okay, sir.
Let's go through the next one.
So before we start conversation, could you please let me know how I can address you?
Okay. The other problem is, okay, right. You didn't give pauses in between the sentences.
Yes,
I mean, you kept on talking like, after completing 3 sentences only, you are giving a pause. It's not good. You have to say, hello, my name is Samantha. I'm one of the registered nurses working here. I'm going to look after you today. How can I address you? This is how you need to give, okay? You can't just say, hello, I'm Samantha, one of the registered nurses who is going to look after you today. How can I address you and how are you doing? All these things. No, it's not good. This is bad, right?
Okay.
You have to give pause, okay? That is what we call the effective communication. You need to give pauses in between so that the listener can understand what you would like to convey, okay? So you have to say,
Okay.
hello, good morning or good afternoon, whatever the greeting that you wish to use. Just use that and then give a pause and then say, I am Samantha. I am one of the registered nurses working here in this hospital. How can I address you? That's the best way. Okay, that's how you need to do it.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one. You can call me Steve. There's a background noise still I can hear. Anyway, it's okay.
Okay. Mr. Steve, your daughter is admitted for the seizures. So is it correct, that one?
Why did you use that one? Is it correct, that one?
No, sir.
I don't know why you have used this one. Is it correct, that one? That's wrong.
Yes.
You need to say, is that right?
Is that right? Yes.
Is that correct? Is that right? Okay.
Is that right?
And you should say, your daughter is admitted. You have to say, your daughter was admitted.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, she was admitted, right?
Hmm.
Is admitted is like they are currently admitting her. No, but it's already past. It happened in the past.
Okay.
They are going to discharge her now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay. So anyway, she's going to.
Okay, so anyway, okay, all right. Okay, so anyway, so you can use, you don't need to
Either one.
use yeah, okay or so or anyway. I mean, like, okay, anyway, or use, anyway. Anyway, she's going to be. So use one among them only.
Okay.
Don't use all of them together.
Okay, sir.
All right, let's go to the next one.
be discharged later part today. So before
Later, but you know, what did you say? Later part today? No, that's wrong. Later part today. Okay, so what you should have you should have done is that you should have mentioned like later today. That's all right. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, later today, or in the evening today, something like that.
Yeah, in the evening.
discharge, we're going to give the medications and discharge instructions. Then how
And then again, you said so. Anyway, we are
Anyway,
going to
yeah.
do this on again and again. It's not that good, right?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, this phrase is used quite often unnecessarily.
you can take care your daughter at home. Then
You can take care your daughter at home. You can take care of your daughter at home. You need to use after. Sorry, after take care, you have to use of.
Oh,
if she will be getting another episode of seizures, then how you will be take caring to her.
How you will be take caring.
no. How you will be take
How
care.
you will be. Okay, let me write it down. Otherwise, now I will
Yes,
forget
sir.
it. Okay, how you will be take caring. Okay, how you will be taking care of her. Okay, take caring.
Yes. Hmm.
Take caring, taking will be taking care of her.
Okay, sir.
We going to explain, but
We going to explain. We going to.
We are. I am going to.
Yep. I am going to explain.
if in meanwhile if you have any questions you can clarify with.
If meanwhile, in the meanwhile, it's not just only meanwhile, but in the meanwhile. All right.
Me.
Okay, no worries. I'm just wondering what is epilepsy and what causes epilepsy.
Okay, so
You don't need to say okay and then so. Do not start any answer using this phrase. I guess you have used the same phrase for all the answers. All your answers started with this phrase only.
Okay, sir.
epilepsy is the we called as a
It's epilepsy. One thing is you have mispronounced it. You said epilepsy. It's not It's not epilepsy, but it is epilepsy. Okay.
Epilepsy, sir.
Yeah, epilepsy. Epi pa, isn't it?
Okay.
Epilepsy.
Okay, sir.
But you have said ba.
okay, so epilepsy is the we called as a
Disruption.
Okay. Epilepsy. Okay. All right. Epilepsy is we called us. So we don't need to say it. Okay. You can simply
Yes,
mention
sir.
it is a condition. Okay. You can simply say epilepsy is the condition where the patient or blah blah blah. You just mentioned that. That's it.
Okay.
But this one is wrong. Epilepsy, we called as, okay, because
Yes.
we called as means it's in the past. Okay, that's it.
Mm.
But that's not the past.
Disruption of the electrochemical brain activity, but usual symptoms is like
Usual symptoms, okay. Usual
Are.
symptoms is, okay. Usual symptoms are
muscle jerking, sometimes they feel tiredness, and they have the incontinence, which is they cannot control the urine.
okay. The incontinence. Yeah, I think this one is okay. There's no mistake, I believe. Let's go to the next
These
one.
are all the general symptoms, but why this epilepsy is coming is actually
Why this epilepsy is coming? Why this epilepsy is coming? But the reasons behind them are uncertain.
Okay.
Is it what you're saying? So you don't know the reasons, right? Usually.
Yes, sir.
Then you have to say uncertain or unknown
Uncertain.
or
Okay.
unconfirmed or unknown. I use one among them.
Uncertain.
Unconfirmed, sorry.
Unconfirmed.
Okay.
Okay.
The reasons behind it, okay, not them, sorry. Or its causes are uncertain. So you can also use this way.
Mm.
But its causes are uncertain, or you can use unconfirmed or unknown. Use one of them only, okay?
Okay.
it's like unknown, but sometimes it will be coming by hereditary also.
It's not coming or going, okay?
Yeah.
It will be coming.
Will become.
No, not even will become. That's don't use like coming, going. Okay, that's not that. It's not correct at all. It will be coming.
Yes,
No,
sir.
it's not. It is caused by. Sometimes it is caused by. It is caused by, and then you say blah blah blah, hereditary.
Okay, sir.
Don't say it will be coming from hereditary. No,
Mm.
it is caused. It's not like a bus or a train. That comes on the route. It's a condition, right? Isn't it? So it comes through. You have to say, you don't need to use it comes through, it goes through. No, it's not the case. You need to say the main cause of this is, and then you have to say another cause is that.
Another causes. Okay.
That's how you need to use.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned about my daughter because she may have another convulsive seizure. And if that occurs, I don't know what I have to do and what I shouldn't do.
Okay, so no worries, you no need to worry about that one. I will explain step by step. So if she will be getting the convulsions again, then first thing you have to remove all the sharp objects to within the surroundings. Then you will convulsions explain step by step.
That occurs, I don't know what I have to do and what I shouldn't do.
Okay, so no worries, you no need to worry about that one.
Okay, no worries, since you don't need to worry about the same thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so no worries. And you no need to worry about. Okay, right. In this case, what do you have to do? Okay, so you don't need to say okay and so on. you need to say, because I asked you a question, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then I understand.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah. I understand your concerns.
Understand.
I understand your concerns. However, I'm glad to assist with you in all the ways I can.
Glad.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
As this seizure can be prevented easily,
Mm.
you shouldn't worry too much about it. This is how you need to say, okay? All right, let's go through this.
Yes.
I will explain step by step. So if she will be getting the convulsions again.
It will be getting.
So if she will be getting the convulsion again, I mean, it's not if she will be getting, if she
Will be get.
yeah, she experiences
If she experiences.
this, the convulsion again, or if she faces, or if she has. Okay.
Then first thing, you have to remove all the sharp objects to within the surrounding.
Sharp objects to within the surroundings. Okay. You need to remove all the sharp objects in the surrounding area.
Then you will put in her in a proper safe place.
A safe place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You'll position her in a safe place.
Okay.
Then you don't put any of
Long pauses.
Yes.
Long pauses need to be avoided.
Long pauses.
adjectives in her mouth, and nearer also you should be take it out, because it will be
Nearer also will be take it out. This one is incorrect.
Yeah.
This is incorrect. Okay.
Yes.
You need to use maybe other sentence structures.
make to injure herself.
Make to injury herself or injure.
Injured herself.
Injure. Make her injure herself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then same time you will check her breathing, how she's taking.
Then same time. Same time.
At the same.
In this case, you don't need to use then, because if it is the same time, then and same time are not the different. I mean, not are the different things.
Okay.
Then next step is how much time the
Oh, how much time? Correct. You need to say only how much time.
Yes.
Don't say how much time.
seizure is she's having. So
She's is having. seizure is she having? Seizure she having? I think so.
Yes, sir.
Not correct. You should say how long she has seizure. Okay, so you can say how long she has seizures. Seizure.
If you will observe these all the things, then next
These all the things, okay? These all the things. All these things. Or these things. All these things.
All these things.
Or these things.
These all.
All these things or these things.
time you after that you can slowly call the ambulance, then you will send to the hospital.
You will send to the hospital. Slowly. You will, okay. You will send to the hospital. You will send to the hospital. So what does that mean? Slowly call the ambulance. This one is not correct. You will send to the hospital. So you and your daughter will be sent to the hospital. Is that what you want to say?
Your daughter, yes,
Yeah, will be taken to the hospital.
will be taken. Your daughter.
That's much better.
Your daughter.
Okay.
Then
So what I should do if my daughter appears disoriented or begins behaving strangely?
behaving strangely, usually
But don't repeat part of the phrases.
Yes, sir.
Behaving strangely. Do not start, or you can say do not produce any sentences that are grammatically incomplete and incorrect. You need to always use fully correct sentences from the grammar perspective.
Okay, sir.
Let's go to the next one.
epilepsy, the starting symptoms is usually what I said.
Starting symptoms is usually starting symptoms is usually no, that's wrong.
Symptoms are
Starting symptoms are usually, that's how it starts.
Like a muscle jerking and tiredness, then involuntary movements. But what I know, they won't be disoriented very fast, but
They won't be disoriented very fast. There won't be I don't know what you want to say. There will not be any disorientation. There will not be any disorientation. There won't be any disorientation. Is that right? Is that what you want to say?
disorientations. My thought is disorientation. It's not a very fast symptoms. So
I mean, it doesn't occur in the beginning. Is that what you're saying?
yes, yes,
Or
sir.
is not a frequently occurring symptom? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's not frequently occurred, even though if it is occurred, that one, it is a not very quick symptom.
Okay, I mean, okay, so you can say, in that case, you can say there will not be any disorientation. Okay, you can say it doesn't occur. Okay. Okay, you can say usually disorientation doesn't occur first. Doesn't occur first, and its frequency is very low.
Is low.
Yeah, it doesn't frequently appear, isn't it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even though it isn't disoriented, you don't to be more anxious. You should calm and you try to pacify her. Then in meanwhile you try to call the
Meanwhile, in the meanwhile.
ambulance. Then we will immediately send her to the hospital.
Okay, all right. But I mean, the thing is that I'm really confused, on when I should call the ambulance and when I should not. Yeah, would you be able to, give me the differences between them?
Okay, then usually before discharge, doctors already prescribing the medications. You have to make sure the medications is correctly. Then if
Medications is correctly.
Medication. Yeah.
Medications is correctly, and that's it. I mean, the sentence is not finished yet. You should ensure that the medications are taken by your daughter accordingly.
she happened to get the
She happened to. Good. She happens to get.
seizures is very often, and
Wait a minute.
like very frequent. For example, today she morning 8 o'clock she got the
Today she morning 8 o'clock she got. Today morning she 8 o'clock got there. Okay. Morning she today 8 o'clock got there. All right. If she gets the seizure at about 8 o'clock,
seizures. Then morning she already taken before that medication. Then
Oh my God. Morning she already taken the medication before the, like I don't understand these things. I think you need to restructure the sentence once again. If you're not really comfortable in speaking longer sentences, I would recommend you to stop in between, like, use shorter sentences. Okay, that's fine. As long as you don't commit any grammatical mistakes, I'm happy for that. Okay.
okay. After taking medication, how many times she's having the seizures? If she get more often, I think you
And the other thing is, like, you are continuously speaking. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You are continuously speaking without giving an opportunity for the interlocutor to ask you any questions. Also, you didn't bother. You didn't mind, whether the interlocutor understands the information or not. You don't care about it. Understand the informations or not, because you should have asked them. Then if you continuously speak like for three or four different sentences, it's not good.
Okay, sir.
Only you use long the pauses after every sentence, then it's good.
Okay,
Otherwise it's pretty hard.
then at the same time you check how many minutes the seizures is episode is happening.
How many minutes the seizures episodes is happening? How long each episode of seizure is lasting? Okay, I mean, like, that's how you need to say. Okay, last. Or how long does each episode? Okay, you can use how long does each episode of seizure last. That's the best way. So why aren't you saying how many minutes?
Yes,
The seizure. Yeah. Yes.
No, sir. While talking, I'm thinking how to paraphrase that one. So due to that one, I made more mistakes. But yes.
If you commit grammatical mistakes, okay, like
Yes.
while you're trying to rephrase the words, it's good to use the same words. All right,
Yes,
it's
sir.
fine, but without any grammatical mistakes. That's much better.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. I will practice.
So from there you can decide whether you can send to the hospital. But my advice is try to
Try to all start. It's not good.
Yes, sir.
Oops. Sorry.
send to the hospital at least, then doctor will assess, then they will decide whether to next time if she get this episode whether to bring to the hospital or not.
Whether to, I mean, like, the problem is, I mean, you're not giving pause between the sentences. I don't know where you have got this thing. You have been continuously speaking. You're not giving pauses even after a comma or after a sentence. No, not at all. You kept on speaking, and this makes the listener hard to understand what information you would like to convey.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Calm down. You need to speak consistently, fluently. That's all right. It doesn't mean that you can't continuously. You can continuously speak.
I keep on thinking maybe I will give the gap in between. So maybe I'm over conscious on that one, sir. So
Yeah, it comes through practice only. Anyway, we'll go
Yes,
through that.
yes, sir.
I thought that
Yes.
you have attended the session on speaking. Anyway, otherwise,
No.
we'll catch up tomorrow as well. For the session. Okay, for the speaking techniques, we'll go through one by one, once again.
Oh,
Okay.
what time is the class?
It's the same time. Like see, from now onwards, moving forward, we are gonna have the session between 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Sydney time. So for you, it's gonna
Okay.
be I think 6 p.m. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
6 p.m. I believe. Yeah. Okay, no worries. All right. So what's the time there now? Is it?
Now is 7 o'clock, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I think there's a three hours difference. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's go
Tomorrow,
through this.
yeah.
Are these episodes going to be fatal?
She's already on medication, so it won't to be.
Won't to be. Won't to be. It won't be.
It won't be.
Go to that fatal condition. So we.
It won't to be. Go to that fatal condition. Go to that fatal condition. That's wrong. You could have mentioned like it wouldn't be
It wouldn't be.
so serious.
Not be so.
It wouldn't be so serious or so harmful, something like that.
We are giving the medication to prevent these fatal conditions.
Okay. So what are the other support services do you provide?
Yeah, definitely. This is very good question.